3 Ethereum versus 50 Solana if I only had $5,000. So it might seem like Solana is the clear winner, but I really wanted to look at the long-term game for this one. Like, where will crypto be in the long term? But there are opportunities in this crypto space. If you want to be kept up to date and that's something you're interested in, smash that like button, because we do have a lot of awesome updates for you guys today. There is going to be some cool stuff in that sense. Now, what I do think is Solana is now the leading gainer, but that doesn't mean that Ethereum or BNB could make a comeback. And cryptos really come and go. And there was this cool video, 3 Ethereum for Crypto John versus the Solana. People don't have a lot of money nowadays. Bills come up fast. So if they buy something else, what will they buy? And that's my question.
Guys, back in the woods. It is nice out today. Day after Christmas. I worked again today. In today's video, I want to go over Ethereum versus Solana.
This has been a battle I was noticing for like 3-4 years already. So that's the big problem I noticed with the crypto sense.
More specifically, 3 Ethereum versus 50 Solana if I only had $5,000 to invest and I was back at square one, brand new portfolio. Which one would I pick now? Great question. I'm actually contemplating this myself. Personally, right now, I'm holding just Ethereum and no Solana. Let's go over the pros and cons of both. So we'll start with Ethereum. Ethereum has, by Allocation, almost any token right now is an Ethereum token. It's second to only Bitcoin. It's one of the few cryptos that crossed over a 100 billion market cap and has maintained it, especially in the bear market. It's going to be deflationary. It's decentralized, even though it's proof of stake. It's as decentralized as you want to be for a proof of stake crypto. Has the most developers out of any.
So that's the good thing with Ethereum right now. It has more developers. It's not necessarily a good thing. They do have some major updates, being planned. And I think that's where the big difference comes in. Like, a lot of people are seriously going to be excited about that. That's a major thing a lot of people are talking about right now. This massive updates that people have been asking for such a long time.
Any blockchain or ledger, and is widely adopted. A lot of institutions and big money. And
this is true. A lot of big institutions, and the one advantage Ethereum has over Solana is that Solana might get listed after Ethereum spot ETF. Now we have no confirmation of spot ETF because Bitcoin's ETF is going to come first. But Bitcoin ETFs basically mean money. Tons and tons of money coming into retail. And it's definitely a bullish news for everyone in that sense. So I think everyone's a winner there. And that's good news. Like, we've been waiting this for such a long time. And I would definitely be excited on that sense. Like, what else can we get? What more of type of a bull run is there going to be? But that being said, I definitely think there's going to be tons and tons of opportunity in the crypto space pretty much shortly for everyone interested in crypto.
Well-known people like Ethereum. You even have Ethereum maxis and Ethereum killers. So it's very well known. It's established, has a track record. It fits the need for institutions. It fits the narrative for all these climate activists, the ones that want to see a proof of stake retail.
So yeah, this is the good thing about Solana. Really, there is a lot of opportunity in that sense. There is gonna be more opportunities arising, so that's where I think Solana could potentially win in that sense. So there's gonna be tons of new updates for that. But what could a lot of cryptos do differently in that sense that maybe Solana can be the new player in the market and Ethereum will seriously have to step up because it will have a lot of competition?
Solana's pros. Aside from being a newer crypto than Ethereum,
it's newer and it has a smaller market cap, so it also has more room to grow. So while Ethereum might be more stable, Solana really does have that potential of newbie gains.
Super fast, the fastest in the entire space right now, unless Say, which is also ripping it, truly is faster than Solana. But right now, Solana has that title, fastest blockchain. They have a very good marketing team, a lot of VCs behind Solana.
This is the big thing. They have a ton of investments. Like Solana really does have a ton of investments, and they're not stopping anytime soon. That's how I think crypto really does. Like they really have a strong performance. These big investors, big in crypto, that's what everyone's excited about. That's all the money in game is.
This is very good because they're going to push this as far as they can go, which is why Solana's recovered so well and why it made its way to the top 10 and now top 5. They're very proactive. This comes from Anatoly Yakovenko and his team. They came out with a Solana phone recently. They came out with more tokens. They came out with meme coins. They're very proactive. Their ecosystem is booming. And that's in large part why Solana's been rocket shipping, by the way. You know, their ecosystem is just growing every day. They have less developers than Ethereum, but relative to their market cap size,
So that's where I find it really exciting. Like, they do have a lot of these massive opportunities in the crypto space that a lot of other cryptos haven't had. And that's the good news about it. Like there is going to be more whales coming in, more crypto bull runs, more crypto markets. And that's where I really think, yeah, Solana does have that fair advantage, fair potential in that sense. But where and how will it like see that big difference?
They have more developers for their market cap size than Ethereum. They use a programming language called Rust. Ethereum uses Solidity.
I know a lot of people have been using Rust, and it's becoming one of the very big programming languages, programming tools. And that's where I think a lot of people are really excited about that. That if we have that, there is going to be a ton of massive potential for that.
Solidity is fine, but developers do prefer Rust. Rust is a more popular programming language. It's very cheap to transact on Solana. So for those who want to utilize their ledger or create NFTs or trade NFTs, it's very easy, fast, and convenient to use Solana. So from a retail perspective, you can see mass adoption. And for institutions that want to have cheap fees and high scalability, can utilize Solana. But now let's go over the cons. It's centralized, a lot more centralized than Ethereum. They're not as secure. You know, if you have high scalability, they did get a lot of bots that overloaded their system, which does make you question their security at scale. The VCs behind
I still think they're massively improving security. You have to know that Solana is a fairly big project. So what we're usually seeing is Solana having like these big market runs, basically. In that sense, they're having problems with crypto in the long run, and that's where really we're seeing some drops. But there is still a ton of opportunity in that sense. There's still a ton of opportunity for Solana.
or the double-edged sword. They'll help pump the project, but they'll also dump the project, which you can see reflected in the old time chart. It went to the low pennies, like 50 cents, to $260, and then dumped all the way to $8, and now rebounding significantly to like 110 last I saw it. So Solana is very volatile.
It's volatile right now, but it's definitely rebounding, and I think this is where, you know, I have both. It'll just leave them alone, let them run. I think there also can, you know, there's a big lifetime long army battle between Solana and Ethereum, and both of them can actually survive. You know, you can see major correction. This shouldn't be a surprise because how long the whales have to wait before selling their long-term capital gains CACs. Obviously, they're in a world of pain, so it will be buying until market capitulates. So those whales are bought in January, sell for their capital gain tax. So January could be seeing a lot of sell-off from whales, which is a problem in that sense. But there is going to be definitely a lot more opportunities for crypto whales to actually see some growth, to see some improvement. And that's where I'm really excited in a way. Like, that's going to be the good factor.
To pumps and dumps, which is not in the cards for Ethereum. Ethereum did have a small allocation, but it's nowhere near as large as Solana. So Solana does have that as a con. It's centralized, maybe not as secure. You know, I don't really see any confirmation on that, but it's hard to be a centralized and secure crypto. Usually, if you're heavily centralized, your security...
So yeah, there is the problem with Solana. I think they're actively also adding improvements with Solana to make crypto better, in a sense, to not make just Solana a boring thing. And I think this is where the big thing comes in. Solana does have a massive opportunity from meme coin potential, because a lot of meme coin whales will end up, well, buying it. will end up getting crypto in that sense. And I think this is the massive excitement. A lot of crypto whales will end up getting crypto in a sense. They will end up buying crypto because they want to hold it. They like it. And they don't have to pay high gas fees. That's where the real awesome possibilities come in, and where people will actually go ahead and have mostly like tons of gains.
And especially with institutions. Remember, guys, these institutions, they want scale, yes, but they also want predictable low fees. And how do you do that? You find a block.
So yeah, basically there's going to be probably low fees in the crypto space, in the crypto sense, for the what we're seeing right now for the Solana. And that's what's really exciting to see for a lot of these type of projects.
Blockchain that has a lot of activity, can scale, and is cheap. And that's what Solana has. Ethereum, though, wants to have sharding, which is part of their roadmap in their white paper, but it could be years away. No one really knows how long it's going to be. So during this time, Solana has the potential to flip Ethereum. And right now you're seeing the two, sides. Ones that are saying Ethereum's going to be king, and then some saying Solana's going to flip.
I think both will actually end up surviving. Both will end up staying strong. That's where the real potential is, like with all these crypto coins. There really isn't like someone doing bad or someone doing better. That's going to be the exciting factor in a sense.
It's only a matter of time. I'm kind of in the middle, but now when it comes to deciding which one would I pick.
Like, you can also hold both, but if you only had 5K, I would pick like a majority one to buy.
So let's go over the market caps and prices first. So Ethereum is a little over 2,200 and Solana is 110. Ethereum's market cap is 267 billion, which is a quarter of a trillion, a little more than a quarter of a trillion. And market cap in Solana is 47 billion market cap. So even though Solana is top 5 in market cap, it's still ways behind Ethereum when it comes to market cap. I'm not sure what the math is. So 50 times 5 is 225. So 50 plus that's 275. So it's about 6 times less than Ethereum in market cap. That's a pretty big gain. So now when it comes to you as the investor, I'm assuming you're not a whale having tons of money to invest. Which one should you invest into with a moderate risk to reward? And this is why I'm contemplating, spoiler alert, selling my Ethereum and putting it into Solana. I see Solana now as a true blue chip hedge.
So this is going to be really interesting, like how many of these crypto companies will end up going to, well, Solana and all these other meme coins. That's my biggest thought. How many of these will end up getting that big crypto gains, getting those big crypto gains, basically. That's going to be an interesting factor if you guys want to be stayed up to date on what exactly is going to be going on where exactly we're going to be in crypto in a long sense. Stay tuned, and I'll keep you guys updated with more content like this as well.
I did not think this when it was $8 and it was FTX and Alameda and Sam Bankman-Fried. But now that the chains came off and there's a giant reset button, it's recovered.
So the one big advantage I have with basically Solana is the spot ETFs. That's where I think they really have that major bull run market rally. That's going to be pretty cool. I want to see how that performs, how that will work out in the long run.
Now see it as a hedge with Ethereum. So now, if I was a new investor, this is not financial advice to you. If it was me starting all over again, I'd rather get the 50 Solana over the 3 Ethereum. Because
that is if you're new, because Ethereum is definitely gonna grow, but it's not doesn't have that really potential that can grow in terms of Solana's way. That's the big problem. Like, Solana definitely has a lot of major growth potential.
even though Ethereum is deflationary and Solana is inflationary, which that's a con for Solana, by the way, it's an inflationary, although not as large as like other cryptos, but it is inflationary, and Ethereum's deflationary. I think Solana, I think their team is better. Personally, I like their more forward-moving mindset, not trying to be a perfectionist, but just getting their products out there, growing their ecosystem, and they're showing it. They're flipping like big cryptos, XRP, BNB. Ethereum is more silent, although they are forward moving, they take a lot longer in time to really make moves. Both are going to be great cryptos, but when it comes to having your money go the furthest while still being somewhat risk averse, I think Solana is the better bet of the two. Solana could easily hit 500 minimum this bull cycle, and I know this is going to surprise many of you, but it probably could hit $8,000 this cycle, which...
So I don't know if Ethereum or Solana, but Ethereum definitely has a lot of potential in that sense. Definitely has some massive gains, and that's where a lot of people are seriously excited. So what do you guys think about this one? Definitely think there is going to be some huge crypto opportunities in that sense. If you guys want to stay tuned, smash that like button, by the way, if you haven't already.